At 40 and beyond, life becomes clearer. We begin to understand what the Stoic philosophers knew thousands of years ago, that true freedom isn't found in possessions or status, but in the way we govern our minds, our habits, and our character. Today we'll look at how to live freely, healthily, and wisely after 40, through the teachings of Seneca and the Stoic way of life. I'll also share a modern case study at the end to show how these ancient principles still work today. The Stoic view of age: 40 is not too late. The Stoics believe that every age is the right age to begin living well. Seneca once said, "While we are postponing, life speeds by." Many people see 40 as the midpoint of life, a sign of slowing down. But to a Stoic, turning 40 is simply entering the age of clarity. At 20, you chase everything. At 30, you learn. At 40, you understand. This is not the time to fear aging. It's the time to use wisdom more than ever. Health, the Stoic body and mind. Seneca taught that we must care for the body so it can serve the mind. Not for vanity, not for ego, but for strength and peace. At 40 and older, this means treat your body as an ally, not an enemy. Aging is not a punishment, it's a teacher. The aches, the slower recovery, the weight changes, they're not signs of weakness. They are reminders to live with discipline. Practice moderate exercise. Stoics valued strength, not extreme training. Walk daily. Lift weight modestly. Stretch. Let movement become a quiet ritual, not a chore. Eat simply. Seneca often wrote about simplicity as a path to freedom. You don't need complicated diets. Just fewer processed foods, more natural foods, and respect for the body. Protect your mind as much as your body. Limit unnecessary stress, gossip, and drama. The older you get, the more your peace becomes priceless. Wealth, the Stoic approach to money after 40. Stoics never worshipped money, but they respected financial stability. Seneca was one of the wealthiest men in Rome, yet he taught that wealth must serve you, not control you. For people 40 and older: 1. Control your desires. Most financial suffering doesn't come from low income. It comes from endless wanting. Seneca wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." Reduce unnecessary spending. Choose depth over display. 2. Build savings and invest consistently. You don't need to chase fast victories. Slow, steady growth creates freedom, just as Stoic philosophy teaches. 3. Create work that aligns with your values. If your work drains your soul, wealth will never feel like wealth. Find ways to earn that don't cost your peace. 4. Protect yourself from debt. Debt chains the mind. Freedom requires financial breathing room. Wealth is not how much you have. It's how little controls you. Freedom, the Stoic definition for those 40 plus. Marcus Aurelius taught that freedom begins when you stop being ruled by anything outside your control. And at 40 plus, this becomes the great turning point in life. Freedom means letting go of childhood expectations, releasing grudges that have aged with you, saying no without fear, spending time only with those who elevate you, choosing peace over popularity. At this age, it's no longer about proving yourself. It's about becoming yourself. Stoic case study: David's second life. Let me share a story inspired by Stoic principles. David was 47, successful on paper, but deeply unhappy. He had money, but not meaning. He had a career, but no peace. He felt trapped. One day, he read a quote by Seneca: "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." It hit him. He wasn't too old, he simply hadn't begun. He made 3 changes based directly on Stoic wisdom. 1. He simplified his life. He cut toxic friendships, reduced obligations, and decluttered his home. With less noise came more clarity. 2. He restored his health. He walked every morning, cut heavy foods, and slept on time. Within 6 months, he lost weight, felt stronger, and looked younger. 3. He built wealth the Stoic way. He stopped spending to impress others. He invested consistently. He built a small consulting service based on skills he already had. Today, at 52, David says he feels freer than he did at 30. Not because life became easier, but because he became wiser. That is the Stoic path. If you're 40 or older, remember this: your best years are not behind you. They're ahead, because now you understand the value of every moment. Live simply. Care for your body. Guard your mind. Spend wisely. Seek peace. And remember the Stoic truth: he who has the power over himself is truly free. If this message touched you, like the video, subscribe, and comment. I choose the Stoic path. Let's grow wiser together.